Back with this edition of our special presentation of high school basketball with Rare Gem Productions, the Earl Time Update, and the In the Zone Network, the A-Train Arlington Lane. Palmer Alexander and Earl Austin Jr. We're about to get started with the start of the second half. 27-17 the score with John Burroughs on Country Day. And as we got Palmer Alexander III beside me, Palmer, what is your thoughts on the first half?
Well, my thoughts on the first half is that MICDS did not get in any kind of rhythm offensively. John Burroughs, don't let their record fool you. They are a very tough defensive-minded team, smothering man-to-man defense. And if you score 60 points on them, you're pretty lucky.
And we have to also talk about the play of Drew Hardwick in the first half. Guys has done some amazing things. He had a couple threes from the outside and doing some great post play as well.
Hey, let me tell you something. Drew Hardwick, he lets the game come to him, and that's what set him different from everybody else on the court.
The buzzer has sounded, and we're about to get started with the second half, and here is the voice for tonight's game, Earl Austin Jr.
Thank you, A-Train. Much appreciated. Great halftime talk with Hall of Famer Chris Pronger. Thank you for joining us. Start of the second half here, MICDS. Moving left to right, they'll have the ball. That's Jack Pronger. Gets it inside to Brandon Mitchell. He'll post up, and he'll go up and in. Right? Adjustment right there, posting up the 6'4" Mitchell inside. 27-19, MICDS cuts it to 8.
Great start for Country Day. That was a great way to start off the second half.
That's Drew Hardwick. Out to Brandon Miller. To DJ Miller. Brandon Miller on the left side. Kicks it to DJ Miller. Miller with a corner three. In and out. Hoop would not have it. Brandon Mitchell Day with the 3 fouls. Dribbles out to Pronger. Pronger with a wide open transition three from deep. That's long. Jack Brooks with the good hustle, but can't quite keep it in bounds. It'll be back to the bomb. 27-19, 48 seconds into the second half.
And that last possession on the other end of the floor, Hardwick got into the post, and MICDS was prepared to double team. Let's see if they go back to that.
Chris Pittman between the circles on the left side. Brandon Miller works off the Hardwick screen. He'll kick it to DJ Miller. He'll shoot a little one-hand runner, gets the roll and in. DJ Miller having a big game, lead back up to 10, 29-19 bomb. Jeff DeLoge gets it inside, kind of a step through. That's no good. Chris Pittman out ahead of the field to Miller. Miller, just the front of the rim, but followed up that time by Brandon Miller, but Drew Hardwick cleans it up and gives the Bomb a 12-point lead. Jack Brooks took a shot to the eye, and I think he'll come out of the game. Great hustle once again by your man, Drew Hardwick, Palmer.
Hey, and transition offense. You got guys run to the other end of the floor. And it's not guaranteed that guy, your teammate's going to make that layup, so you always got to follow up.
Nick Roper bringing it up against the pressure of Chris Pittman. That's Jack Pronger, guarded by DJ Miller. Throws a lollipop pass that's going to be stolen by Pittman, but he slides and his feet go out of bounds. But once again, excellent defense by JBS.
And then look how far out they made Chris Pronger. They made Jack pick the ball up. You never pick the ball up that far out unless you got some help.
Brandon Mitchell get the Roper. Nick Roper tries to throw the baseline pass to Mitchell. Mitchell guarded by Brandon Miller. Hassani Span kicks it out to Roper for the corner three. That's going to be short. Brandon Mitchell Day gets the rebound, gets it back to Roper. Will he try to shoot? No, he'll kick it across to Pronger. He hits a corner three. Book it. Jack Pronger with his first three of the game, and it's 31-22. John Burroughs, 5:40 left in the third quarter.
Earl, you knew it was good before it left his hand.
Yeah, he had time and space. It left his hands nicely, and he's a rhythm shooter, and that was the first one he shot in rhythm all game.
Maybe that'll get him going here in this second half.
Brandon Miller gets it to Drew Hardwick, guarded by DeLoge. That's Simeon Williams. Nice baseline drive. Jumps into Pronger. Doesn't get the foul, but leaves it short. There's Brandon Mitchell-Day, dribbles down the middle of the court, kicks it to Span. Span with a corner three. Can they go back to back? Back of the rim, no good. Brandon Mitchell-Day, though, runs it down and brings it back out. MICDS with a chance to cut it to 7 or 6 with a 3. That's Hassani Span, and he's going to be called for traveling on the play. Simeon Williams with the good defense, guessed where he wanted to go, jumped into the spot, and caused the travel.
And John Burroughs continues to extend their defense way out on the perimeter, and they're forcing MICDS to pick up the ball sooner than they want to. Just a testament to them buying into playing hard defense.
That's Brandon Miller. Goes to Pittman. Nice little action inside trying to find Hardwick. Instead, it's cut off, so he gets back to Pittman. Back to Derek Miller. Works off the Hardwick screen. Simeon Williams, he's going to get all the way to the lane. Shot is up. That's no good. Pronger's going to be fouled on the play as Chris Pittman kind of scooched the hip underneath. Pronger went down. Pittman picks up the personal.
Yeah, he took a bump, and you know his dad is in the crowd, and everybody's looking back at his dad.
31-22, 4.5 left to play in the third quarter. That's Nick Roper, brings it across the timeline. Gets it to Brandon Mitchell-Day. Roper, nice little pump fake. He'll shoot from 15. That's off the rim, no good. Rebound scramble. That's Hardwick. Gets it to DJ Miller, to Simeon Williams. Back to Miller. Miller in the lane. He's going to be fouled on the play before he can kick it to his younger brother, Brandon. Hassani Span will pick up the personal. $31-22. I'd like to thank our sponsor, TW Constructors, for this coverage of JBS, MICDS, the rivalry. Hardwick gets the pass, takes a little step, a little mid-post jump shot. That's no good. Pittman, that time, fights his way for the rebound, goes inside. Pronger blocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the bomb.
Pittman loves contact. Sometimes he goes out of his way to find contact.
He's the quarterback of the football team.
And you can see the leadership out there on the court for Chris Pittman.
He's the trigger man. That's Hardwick. Guarded by Weinstrower. Brandon Miller gets it to DJ Miller. Miller wants to go left, and Roper will foul him as he tries to go baseline.
That's a lot of speed that you're looking at right there.
Yes.
So it's hard for Roper to kind of even make that move to try and even stop Miller.
The only defense that you got with going a faster player is run to an area.
DJ Miller brings it to Pittman. That's Brandon Miller in the corner. He's going baseline, cut off by Span. Back out to Pittman. 3:38 left in the quarter. Burroughs holding a 31-22 lead. Works off the Pittman screen. Gets it to Pittman. He rolls down with the bull moose drive off the glass and in. Chris Pittman. 33-22. Bombers. Nick Roper walks it across the timeline. 3:15 left in the quarter. That's Hassani Span. Guarded tightly by Simeon Williams. Now he goes to harass Roper. Throws it inside to Weinstrower. He's going all the way to the glass. Get cut off, but fouled on the play by Hardwick. That'll be 3 on the 6'6" senior. Hassani Span will be the trigger man. Weinstrower wide open on the pick-to-picker. Kicks it out to Roper. Fakes it. Doesn't take it. Weinstrower is going to go strong to the basket. Lays it up and in.
Great take by Weinstrower.
Alex Weinstrower cuts the lead back to 9. Brandon Miller coming right back. Dumps it off the Hardwick for the easy deuce.
Oh, beautiful penetration and even a better dish off.
35-24. Bombers. 2:40 left in the third quarter. That's Jack Pronger. Tried to go take Miller off the dribble. He hasn't had much success doing that. Weinstrower is going to back his man down. A little rump roast in the post. Doesn't get the roll. Hardwick with the rebound. Gets it out to Simeon Williams. Gets it back to Pittman. Pittman ahead to DJ Miller, to Brandon Miller. inside to Hardwick, faces a double team, jump hook, that's short. That's Hassani Span. Runs into a double team, that's Miller and Simeon Williams. And it's going to be a over and back violation, once again caused by the pressure.
They got that pressure cooker type defense that I love to see in every possession, Earl. Some teams that they want to play a type of defense, they never do it every possession. They play that way every single possession. Gotta love that.
Indeed, indeed.
2 minutes left in the third quarter. Fast-moving quarter here. That's Brandon Miller. Between the circles, gets it off to Simeon Williams. MICDS in a man-to-man. Brandon Miller cut off by Span. Nice little spin move in the lane. Little cut. It's blocked by Span. Taken away by Hassani Span. Nice defensive play. Gets it out to Weinstrower. Bounce pass to Jack Brooks. Brooks baseline kicks it out to Williams. Pronger with a wide open three-point shot. That's no good. Look at Alex Weinstrower with the good hustle. Saves it. But to Simeon Williams. Brandon Miller out. Hardwick with an open three from the left wing. Back of the rim. That's no good. Pronger tips it out. But Hardwick gets it. He's going to shoot the 15-footer. Look at Corey Frazier's going to take the timeout as Burroughs has a 13-point lead, 37-24, 1:14 left in the third quarter. It's going to be a full timeout, I believe. That defense, Palmer.
Yeah, it is, Earl, that defense. And then also, too, on that last sequence of events, and, you know, the Rams were trying to get some things going. But what drives me nuts, Earl, is when you got two guys wide open, you got a guy trying to dribble the ball 50 feet up the court. Just throw the ball. You got a layup.
Throw it ahead.
Country Day's spacing is really off. You know, they're not making crisp passes. They're trying to make a lot of cross-court passes across on their end, and that's not what's supposed to happen when you're down 13 points.
Well, you're playing against Velcro defense. You know, what else can you do? You know, but when you get in guard like that, especially a guy like Jack Pronger, I'm going to be setting some screens to get him loose. You got to start setting some back screens, back doors, all types of things like that, because they're picking the ball up 25, 26 feet away from the basket. You shouldn't be doing that.
Earl Austin Jr., Arlington Lane, Palmer Alexander here at John Burroughs School. Bombers lead 37-24. Earl time update in the zone. Run Rear Gym Productions. Of course, you can listen on Spreaker.com, hashtag Earl time update. And One Rare Gym on Facebook. You can watch the game as well as I hear on Earl Austin Jr. Lots to do. Once again, excellent defense as Burroughs goes to the full court, and it pays off with the turnover. And we're about a minute to play left in the quarter. The Bomb looking to build that lead back up. Simeon Williams gets it to Brandon Miller, to Derek Miller. Williams to Miller. Hassani Span had his hands on it, and I believe it's going to be a travel for Hassani Span with another defensive play back to MICDS. 24, John Burroughs.
Right now you're seeing a frustrated Jack Pronger. And with given rights, he needs to be frustrated, but he needs to have a better start coming in the fourth quarter.
Another nice double team. That's Nick Roper from the corner. That's no good. Wide open shot, but run down by Alex Weinstrower. He's going to pass it out to Nick Roper. He's going to give it another try. Bang! Nick Roper knocks it down. Nice pass by Weinstrower after chasing down the rebound. It's back to a 10-point game. 12 seconds left on the clock. Third quarter. That's Brandon Miller. 7, 6. Works off the high screen. Hardwick is going to take a look. 3 seconds. He's going to go. He's going to shoot a 17-footer on the run. Off the front of the rim. No good. Our score at the end of the third quarter, John Burroughs, 37. MICDS, 27. Kick it to Arlington Lane here.
So at the end of 3, John Burroughs 37, Country Day 27. We got 8 more minutes to go here at the Bomb. The A-Train Arlington Lane alongside is Palmer Alexander III. And the voice of tonight's game, Earl Austin Jr. We are represented by the Earl Time Update, Rare Gem Productions, and the In the Zone Network. A 10-point lead. Nothing really changed from the second quarter to the third quarter. The difference is still the same. What has to be done for Country Day?
Well, now they got to turn. They got to turn the pressure up. They got to start forcing some turnovers because John Burroughs, they secure the ball extremely well. So they're not going to be careless with the ball. They're not, and don't expect them to be. They play tough defense. They control the ball. They control the tempo, and I don't see anything changing. It's been working all game. I don't see them deferring from it.
And you said the key word was tough defense. That has what's been the entire game for John Burroughs. And we'll see what happens here in the fourth quarter as we give it back to the voice of tonight's game, Earl Austin Jr.
Thank you, A-Train. 8 minutes left in this one. John Burroughs comfortably ahead, 37-27. They've led from the outset. Led by their strong defensive effort. They led 8-0 and really haven't been threatened yet. Led in scoring by Derek Miller and Drew Hardwick, a pair of seniors getting it done. Brandon Miller will run the show, gets it out to Hardwick. Back to Brandon Miller, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Guarded by Hassani Span. Brandon Miller's going all the way to the glass. That's no good, but I think there's going to be a foul on the floor. Both teams with 2 fouls apiece. That'll be a third team foul on the Rams. Hassani Span picks up his second. That's Jordan Ryan. Derek Miller kicks it to Ryan in the corner. Hardwick takes a look at a three, decides not to. He's going to put it on the floor. Goes baseline. He's going to be fouled on the play by Weinstrower. Tough matchup, guys. We can shoot threes, put it on the floor, and post up.
Yeah, and, the lead is 10 right now. Could be 11, could be 12.
In and out. He'll have another.
The Rams can't afford to get down any further. I mean, already they've already used 33 seconds already in this offensive possession.
0 for 2. Nick Roper down to Jack Brooks, who leaks out. Hardwick is back, but he's got the 3 fouls. He has to lay off, and Brooks lays it in. Nice lead pass by Nick Roper. Back to single digits, 37-29, 45 seconds into the fourth quarter. That's Brandon Miller. Dribbles to the left side, and he brings it back out. Gets it to his brother, Derek Miller. Miller guarded by Brandon. It's good. They're so good, they're guarding each other. Brandon Miller gets the dig. Oh, stolen away by Jack Brooks. Brooks stops and tries to throw it through traffic. Jordan Ryan runs it down, gets it right to Brandon Mitchell-Day. The freshman goes to the lane. Finger roll, no good. Foul on the play. He'll shoot 2. 6:45 left in the game.
Well, I talked earlier about a scramble plays, and there was a rare opportunity for the Rams to get into transition. And, we're looking at now, 8-point lead.
8-point lead, chance for 7 or 6. Brandon Miller knocks down the first. Of course, these teams are in the Metro League. Burroughs is 2-1. MICDS 1-2. Burroughs trying to keep pace with Priory and Lutheran South, who are both 3-1 in league play. Burroughs could tie both of them with a win here tonight. Miller 1 for 2. Second one is short. It's 37-30. 6:42 left. And Brandon Mitchell-Day will pick up his 4th personal foul. 15 foul on the Rams.
It just wasn't smart basketball by Mitchell-Day on that one.
Derek Miller looking for somebody to pass to, lobs it over the top, finds Brandon Miller. Guarded by Span. That's Beecher Baldwin to Simeon Williams, finds Miller once again. trying to work against Span. Now he gets it to Derek Miller. He's going to go strong to the glass. Blocked, but fouled. Jack Brooks picks up the personal foul. Tough move by Miller. He'll shoot 2.
It's an interesting call.
And Jack Pronger dad didn't like that call.
Some impressive leaping ability by Chris. First one rims out. Hardwick checks back into the game.
This is giving Country Day a chance to get back into this game with these missed free throws. That's 3 missed free throws right there by Burroughs.
I'll tell you what, Matt Hicksonball also told me the one thing that kept this team together, Earl, is that they have trusted the process, and they could have given up, but they stayed in this game.
Yeah, they're a very young team, so there's a lot of learning on the fly. Jack Pronger is going to get in the lane, gets all the way to the basket. Doesn't go. Drew Hardwick with the rebound. Brandon Miller scoots it. Then he decides to hold it up. We're under 6 to play now in the fourth quarter. Burroughs with a 38-30 lead. That's a deflected ball by Sam Weinstrower. Yeah, Country Day MICDS now with 4 sophomores on the court with senior Jack Brooks. Yeah, they're 9 and 6, but there's been a lot of growing pains, a lot of learning.
Mm-hmm.
That's Derek Miller with a baseline 15-footer. Bucket. 10-point lead, 40-30 by the Bombers. Hassani Span's going to go strong into the lane, cut off by Pittman, so he kicks it to Weinstrower. Pronger, good closeout by Miller. Pronger gets all the way to the basket, and he's tripped on the play by Derek Miller. That's the 14th foul on John Burroughs. MICDS will have it underneath.
That's the second time Jack has made that move. First time he's gotten a call.
Sam Weinstrow with a nice fake. He's going to go to the glass, off the lane, no good, but he'll shoot 2. Simeon Williams will be called on the blocking foul. .5:19 left in the game. Weinstrow, a sophomore, will shoot 2. In and out.
You can't miss those free throws, especially as tough as John Burroughs has been, especially in these half-court sets. You got to get every point when it's available.
Weinstrow makes the second. Back to a 9-point game. Jeff Deloge will check in. MICDS will pick up a little 1-2-2 pressure. Roper on the top at 6'5". Magic Coach Frazier would like to get the ball in the hands of Brandon Miller. There's Derek Miller coming up court. The Brandon could be a one-man zone press breaker. Finds Derek Miller. Over the top to Simeon Williams. Break the press nicely. And Corey Frazier. But what we got? We got some blood on the knee or something. What we got there? A little scratches.
No, it's a nice little scrape.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see it now. He's come closer.
Yeah, it's like floor burn.
Yep. Sure, I'll go to the trainer and get a little wrapped up. A little spray wrapped there.
I love floor burns.
I don't.
Shows a lot of hustle, right?
I mean, after the stinging stops, though.
Yes. At the time, yeah. 5 minutes left to play. MICDS now in a 3-2 zone alignment. That's Brandon Miller. Into the corner to Hardwick. Out top to Derek Miller. Dribbles through the paint. Lays it up. No good. Rolls off. That was a nice move. Didn't get the follow. But Jordan Ryan gets the rebound. He can't get it to go. It's going to be off of Pronger. Back to the Bombers. They'll keep it.
Looked like Hardwick got away with that a little bit. It looked like it was off of him, but it'll stay here with Burroughs.
Miller makes a move. He'll muscle it up from 5 feet. A good. Derek Miller having a big game, 42-31. Bomb. 4.5 left to play in this one. That's Jack Brooks. Tries to kick it out, but Nick Roper runs it down. Gets it to Hassani Span. He shuffles the feet. Again. Travels on the play. Back to John Burroughs.
Yeah, Hassani Span's moving a little bit too fast, trying to make something happen. They just got to stay patient. Plenty of time left.
4:13, 4:10 left to play now in the game. Burroughs with a comfortable 11-point lead, playing great defense. Jordan Ryan, he wants to get a little shuffle in there, travels. And Corey Frazier, so you're going to travel your way to the bench, son.
Look at him. He's always coaching.
Yes, he
is always coaching. Always coaching.
We're at 4 minutes now, midway through the fourth quarter. Burroughs up 11. That's Jack Pronger, head of the key. Gets it to Brandon Mitchell-Day. He's going all the way to the glass. Lays it up and in with the left hand. Swooping freshman Brandon Mitchell-Day.
Oh, that was a beautiful shot, Earl.
It's a 9-point game now, 42-33, 3.5. Hardwick wants one from the right wing. Bang! Drew Hardwick gives the sign, too. Yes, I did it. 45-33.
Is he cool or what?
Cool, right? Yes. Inside out, outside in, 6-6. That's his third free of the game. Jack Pronger gets it outside to Brooks. Brooks wants a three, tries to match it. He does. Now Hicksabah takes a 30, 45-36 now with 3:16 left to play in this one.
That was needed. That was needed by Brooks. And definitely it's now at 9 with 3:16 to go.
But you see, it's they're not allowing them to run away with it by no means. But, just going back to Drew Hardwick, Earl, he doesn't look flappable at all. I don't think he sweated it all today.
No, he's tough. Well, I think he's just happy to be playing. He missed all of last season with an injury, I believe, during football. And that, so he's back for his senior year. And you miss a year of basketball, your high school career, so he's making the most of it.
He's a pretty cool customer.
Yes, he does. He's had a tremendous season, and Coach Frazier Corey's done a nice job of getting him the ball in several different spots on the floor where he's, where he's strong, whether it's in the post or on that three-point line, and he's made the most of it. He's an excellent player. Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed watching him play. Good ball player. 3:16 left to play. We're back in action. 9-point game. That's Simeon Williams. The Brandon Miller bounces it to Hardwick. Nice hands and the layup. That ball was by his ankles, but he scooped it up like a Ozzie Smith at shortstop and puts it in. Nice pass by Roper. A spinning no-look pass to Brooks, and he doesn't make the three-pointer. Rebound, and it goes out to Derek Miller. 47-36. Under 3 to play. And Hassani Span is going to pick up the personal foul, and Brandon Miller will go to the line, shooting 1-1.
And the level play has picked up, but Corey Frazier won't allow his team to do it. He put his hand up, stop, slow it down. They're up. The reason why they've been up, because they've been patient all game long.
Miller, good free throw shooter, knocks down the first. It's 48-36, 2:52 left in this one. That's going to be a violation on Hassani Span. He stepped in a little early. So another one, NBA, 3 to make 2 for Brandon Miller. That's before you guys' time. And he drops it in there. 49-36. Looking like a split here. MICDS girls won the first one. Burroughs in command of this one with 2:40 left to play in the game. That's Brandon Mitchell-Day, a little crossover. Kicks it over to Brooks. It's going to be a blocking foul as Brandon Miller tried to take the charge on the pass. He'll pick up the personal. 16 foul. MICDS will inbounds underneath its own basket. Hassani Span to Jack Pronger to Brooks. He's going to go inside, takes the contact. Williams will foul him on the play. Brooks will shoot 2.
Well, the good thing is that it stopped the clock. I mean, it's 2:30 left, and they're trailing by 13 points. They need both of these free throws so they can at least be able to set up in a press and hopefully force some turnovers. I mean, Earl, I can't even tell you the last time I've seen a game where defense played this good, where the opposing team doesn't even go on a run.
They've done a nice job of limiting their half-court offense throughout the game, absolutely.
Yeah. Normally, you see a team knock down 2, 3, 4 shots in succession. It hasn't even happened.
It hasn't even happened yet. They've kind of just disrupted everything. And they've had a couple open threes, but when you're hurried, you're not as open as you think, because you think that that quick guy's coming in your neighborhood at any time. Brooks is 1 of 2. Back to a 12-point game, 2.5 left to play. MICDS will continue to put on the full court pressure. This time, Jack Pronger will be at the top. Simeon Williams gets the inbound pass from Pittman, and they find Brandon Miller. That's Simeon Williams. That's DJ Miller. He'll get into the lane, and he'll dribble back out as they continue to run clock. We're approaching 2 minutes left to play in this one. That's Simeon Williams. Gets it to Hardwick. Hardwick's going to go strong to the baseline. Knocks it in. Another timeout by Corey Frazier. Burroughs up big, 51-37. 2:03 left in the game.
Hardwood make that look very easy. Any bad pass that gets thrown to him, he can make it.
Well, he makes everything he do on the court looks easy, and he's unflappable out there on the court. He definitely looks like he's playing on a totally different level mentally on the floor.
Well, he's got the experience, the size. He's the biggest guy out there, the most skilled guy out there, and the most experienced guy out there. That's a tough combination, and he's in the lather too. I mean, he's eating and he's feeling it, confident too.
Yes, he is.
All those three things, he's dominating the play, getting rebounds too.
Oh yeah. And we saw it inside, outside. Just wondering what we're going to see from him, because his first couple of shots were from the perimeter. So
51-37, 2:03 left in this one. John Burroughs. Very solid effort today from start to finish, trying to close it out. Hassani Span gets it to Nick Roper, all the way to Brandon Mitchell-Day. Tried to kick it across to Brooks, but it's stolen by Simeon Williams. Chris Pittman get it to Brandon Williams. Speeds across, gets it to Derek Williams. He'll back it out. Under 1-2 to play. Burroughs running some clock. They'll take the layup. Other than that, they'll just let the time run off. That's Simeon Williams.
It's been that kind of game for Burroughs, where they've been getting all the stops.
That's Brandon Mitchell. 1:27 left to play. Playing it out. Bad pass. It's taken by Chris Pittman, and he'll kick it back out, and they'll run some more time off the clock. Corey Frazier says spread that ball out. And Jack Brooks takes the foul. DJ Miller will go to the line, shoot 1-1.
I love Brandon Miller's game. It's just something about Brandon Miller when you see him out there. He's hustling. He's making jump shots. He's playing defense. He's got all the intangibles. And like you said, he's a track star, too. So you see the athlete in him.
Well, you got the great speed and quickness, plays good defense. And then Corey Frazier Corey loves speed and quickness. He likes to play a lot of guards, defend, and he gets it all under control. And he's really made both those kids good basketball players in the last couple of years. He makes the couple. That's Hassani Span. Gets all the way to the basket. looking for the shot. Instead, hands it off to Pronger. Pronger loses the ball to Simeon Williams, and Jack Brooks takes the foul. DJ Miller will go back to the free throw line. He'll shoot another 1-1. 1:04 left, 53-37. Bomb.
I'm going to tell you something. John Burroughs, I wouldn't want to see them in the playoffs because of the way that they play defense. This is the type of defense that can get you to state and win.
Beecher Baldwin's going to check in for Pittman as Miller knocks down the first. Yeah, these two teams are in the same district, but also in there looming is Ladue High School, who came down from 5A. Very good basketball team. Jennings also, a team opposite district. Hassani Span that's knocked away. Simeon Williams picks it up. We're under a minute left to play. We're finishing up here. Burroughs with a 55-37 lead. Hardwick bull moosing his way on the baseline. And we're going to shoot two. I think we're at double bonus now.
Coach Frazier emptying his bench. Great win for them. And Arlington, in 2 days from now, they play Luther North.
Yeah, it's another big conference game. Luther North is 2-2 in league play. This league is very competitive from top to bottom. Always has been. Been some very good players come through there. Go back to, you say, Scott Stone, Johnny Mack, Mike Scott, McPherson Moore, MICDS, Anthony Vidor, Luther North, Ezekiel Elliott, and Foye Alukan, both in the NFL. They were excellent players here at John Burroughs. Me be the bragging uncle. Let me throw in a couple. Austin Thompson, who just graduated from MICDS, and Robert Thompson, all-stater at MICDS. My two nephews played in this rivalry. Nice little three-point shot. Chase Nuanu. .27 seconds left. Brian Cusworth, big 7-footer, played at Harvard. Tyson Ford tried to get on the board. That's Jalen Pace with the rebound. Yes, Orlando's kid. Chase Nuanu, Ben Brooks. Gets to the lane, no good. As they say, blocked out of bounds. 57-40. 9.8 seconds left to play. Hope you enjoyed today's coverage of MICDS John Burroughs doubleheader. We split the difference. MICDS girls, John Burroughs boys take the victory. He's going to get the last shot. Jalen Pace. Looks like it's going to dribble out. And that'll be the ball game. Our final score, John Burroughs 57, MICDS 40. We'd like to thank our sponsor for the real-time update coverage of MICDS John Burroughs. TW Constructors, also thanks to Palmer Alexander in the zone in Arlington Lane, and also our partner Jade Harrell at Rare Gym Production. Always love working with her as well in these games. Look forward to doing it again. I'm going to say goodbye to now. I'm going to hit on plane tomorrow for Pittsburgh for the Billikens and Duquesne, and I'll be back Thursday for Francis House Central and Fort Zumwalt North Girls. Until then, so long. I'm going to turn it back over to the A-Train, Arlington Lane. So long, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow in Pittsburgh.
Thank you very much. That's Earl Austin Jr. As you see, he is always on the move. So you can catch him and the Earl Time update. And then also that you can check him out on Thursday where he'll be at Francis Howell Central. All right. And also want to thank everybody for this game tonight. Rare Gem Productions, the In the Zone Network, the Earl Time update, and make sure that you follow all of the sponsors that you just heard on this program today. All right, the final score, John Burroughs 57, Country Day 40. So before we go, real quick with Palmer Alexander III, your thoughts on tonight's game?
Oh, man, it was just a great game, especially if you're one of those people that loves a low-scoring defensive game. And it was just, I loved every minute of tonight's action. I love watching how John Burroughs played and not allowing MICDS to get into a run. I just thought that was just so amazing. You know, it's not often you see a team play defense so well, even at this level that, you know, they handcuff a team the entire game, prevent them from getting to any kind of rhythm offensively, and prevent them from getting any baskets in transition. And then when the baskets were there, I think psychologically they got so far in their heads there was nothing else MICDS could do.
Especially when you got that first quarter where they couldn't get a basket for almost 7 minutes of the first quarter. So it got very difficult for Country Day, and it became a one-sided affair, as you can see from the final score.
Yeah, they definitely labored a lot on offense. You know, they just couldn't, really couldn't get no rhythm established. You know, Jack Pronger, he tried, but he just couldn't get in a rhythm tonight. But, they got to shake this off because they got a game coming up right away, too.
And you got to credit the defense for making sure that rhythm was off for Jack Pronger, for sure. Corey Frazier did an excellent job tonight, and they go to 9-6 on the season. And like you said before during the ball game, you don't want to face this John Burroughs team.
No, you don't. You do not want to face them. They're disciplined, and obviously the size doesn't matter. They responsible handling the basketball. Great man-to-man defense. They really good. Trapping, sharing the basketball, all those different types of things. You don't want to play them. They're coached well from start to finish.
So the final score again, John Burroughs 57, Country Day 40. Want to thank Rare Gem Productions, thank Jade Harrell for producing this great presentation on tonight. Thank Earl Austin Jr. for the Earl Time update. And, of course, Palmer Alexander and myself, the A-Train Arlington Lane with the In the Zone Network. Hey, we'll be back.
Yes.
We're going to be back in a few days. And
we'll be back in a few days. You'll be listening to us at Cardinal Ritter.
We'll be at Cardinal Ritter.
We'll be seeing our old friend, Tony Condra.
That's correct. Do a little girls action. So for just a little while, we'll see you next time for another edition of Rare Gem Productions' presentation of high school basketball. This is the A-Train signing off. Thank you very much.